Welcome everybody to the lovely Kingdom of Daventry. I am your tour guide, Sir Roger, and I've been asked by two young ladies to do a King's Quest walkthrough, so we'll start straight off by heading off left to find the entrance to the castle. Obviously we want to avoid falling into the moat and be eaten by those alligators. If you look up in the top left corner, you'll see our score, naught of 158 points. So we'll open the door. Fanfare for the important guest. The huge doors swing open slowly, and we get our first point just simply for entering the castle. Walk down the red carpet here. The suits of armour left and right of me here, the lamp, all of those have no function. There's not anything you can do here except for go and speak to the king and receive your quest. Obviously at the end you've got to return to the king when you've fulfilled it. I'll just push my way through these crowds here so as to see the king. And obviously the first thing we do is bow to him. It would show more respect if you were closer and in front of King Edward. Let's try it again here then. Bow, drop our hat and get 3 points. When you bow to King Edward, his pleased smile warms you. There's no man here, so turn again, talk. King, that's saying something, no man. When you speak to King Edward, he sighs and says, Sir Graham, I am an old man. I fear my end is near. I have chosen you to prove yourself worthy of the throne. As you know, our kingdom is weak and poor. I have knowledge of the existence of 3 things that would make our kingdom wealthy and strong. Somewhere within our kingdom there is a magic mirror that tells the future. There is a magic shield that will protect the bearer from mortal harm. Finally, there is a magic chest that is always filled with gold coins. Go, Sir Graham, go and bring me back these treasures. If you succeed, you will inherit the throne. Press any key to continue, will you? No points for that, but we've got our quest. So off we go. We've got to wander around Daventry and find a magic mirror, a magic shield and a magic chest. It is utterly irrelevant in which order we do this. Well, not utterly. There is a certain advantage of having the shield before you have the chest. But apart from that, it makes no difference. And there are also quite a few other things that we can collect while we're about it. What I like to call minor treasures. So we'll head straight off left here to get something important. Now this is a walkthrough. I'm not going to bother around with typing in look tree and things like that. I'm just simply going to go up to things. For instance here, push rock, because I know it can be moved. With a heave and a hoe, you manage to move the rock, revealing a dark hole underneath it. Note I'm actually standing in the hole, not falling in, and I'm not going to look into the hole. I'm just going to simply take dagger because I know it's there. You reach into the hole and grasp the dagger, being careful not to cut yourself. Yeah, because of a twit you would have grabbed it by the blade, I suppose. And then we head off north. There's another thing. Right, there's a tree here. I will climb the tree, which is easy. You see, just like that. And oh, I didn't look how many points I got for the dagger. I can just walk around on this branch, which is quite normal. I think you climb a tree and then walk around on the branches. Obviously that's an egg there. Huge egg which I take. The golden egg is so heavy you almost drop it. And then it just simply vanishes into my pocket. Huge thing that was larger than myself and it just goes into my pocket. Right. The golden egg is not essential. It's what I call a minor treasure. You could do things with it. Okay, every now and then you might find some hazards. Look out for that wolf. He can run very fast. Don't let him catch you. It's quite simple actually. If he gets too close, we just simply leave the scene. Come back. The wolf only has the one scene where he turns up. It's randomly, so I might actually get to the end here without encountering him. Then there's an ogre who, just like the wolf, is dangerous, and this is a good thing here. The well. We need a dagger. That's all. So Get in bucket, I do believe. After you're in the old bucket, your weight causes it to slowly descend. Now if you think you're stuck, you could climb up the rope, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to get into water. Okay, let's jump. There's no reason to do that now. Jump into water. That's it. The thing with Graham is, if you don't actually tell him to swim, he'll just drown. Now I want that bucket, and I have a dagger with which I can cut the rope. So I cut rope. You reach up out of the well water and cut the thick rope that holds the bucket. And now we dive. Note that bottle at the bottom, it's as big as me. Now if I look at the inventory, not only do I have a bucket, but I've also got some water. Yep, that's what it looks like. Okay, the bucket is old and weathered, but it does have some water. There's a hole here. Panic, help, there's a dragon here, I'm afraid. Okay, so I've got this bucket, it's got some water in it, there's a fire-breathing dragon. I think it's obvious what you can do here. Alternatively, you can actually throw the dagger at the dragon, thus killing it. However, Mr. and Mrs. Williams want you to take non-violent approaches to their problems, so we will throw the water at the dragon. The water hits the dragon squarely in the mouth, extinguishing its roaring flames. No fire! How mortified and embarrassed the dragon is! Moving a huge boulder in leaving, the dragon creeps off to sulk. Okay, and he just walks away. Now if you kill the dragon with a dagger, what you can do is just simply go back in here. You automatically dive and you go up there, climb the rope and you're out, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to pick up that mirror anyway. Which is here. Carefully you pick up the magic mirror. Put it in your trouser pockets. It can disappear there. If we actually have a look at the mirror, as you are holding the magic mirror, you look into it and see a vision of yourself with a crown on your head. Indication here that you're supposed to be king at the end of this. Now the dragon was kind enough to move this boulder for us. If he hadn't, the exit to the cave here on the left will take us to Daventry, and we can also come in. The boulder would still be there though if the dragon hadn't moved it. So that's oh yes, high up in the sky you see a very large friendly bird. He's important. I'm going to have to come back here later, but right now I don't really need him, so we'll just wander off somewhere else. Where am I? There I am. Right, what else can we do? We need to find a bowl. Which, then again, this is also something we need to do. You might guess what this is or not. This is the sweetest little gingerbread house you ever saw. The walls are cake, the roof is frosting, the chimney looks delicious, and the candy path and cookie fence are unbearably tempting. And there's a witch in there. Now what you do is you walk up to it, okay, and you say... No, you say, eat house. As you begin to eat the house, a squeaky voice from somewhere says, nibble, nibble, little mouse, who is nibbling at my house? This is an indication that the witch is at home, so we do not open the door because she'll catch us straight away and kill us. So we just leave the scene, come back again, and she's still at home. Leave the scene, come back again, walk into the fence. Yum! The house tastes even better than it looks. Now this is an indication that she's not there anymore, so it's safe to go in. Let's date up here. Open the cupboard and take the cheese. pluck the Swiss cheese from the shelf. And there's something else we would like to get here. Nothing that's essential. The cheese is important. The note isn't. I could have just simply taken the cheese and left, but oh, off in the distance you hear a high squeaky voice say, "I can smell someone tasty in my house." Yeah, come and get me. You grab the note from the table. You get 2 points. Look, note. There is a message written on the note. Okay, read note then. The note reads, "Sometimes it is wise to think backwards." I'll come back to that later. Oh, we got a point for reading that. Okay, push. Okay. The witch mutters, "I am going to get my oven ready to cook someone for dinner. Yum!" Gosh. Witch into oven. Yeah. So while she's occupied getting her oven ready, I'm going to be a nice rotten person. You can't do that, at least not now. Great. I'm going to... Is it just... Yeah. Congratulations! You managed to push the witch into the oven where she flashes and melts away into a harmless blob. Congratulations! And I did actually say that they want you to take non-violent approaches to the things. This is an exception. You get 7 points, I think that was, for pushing the witch into the oven. Where it would have been there. I do believe this is a scene that if you haven't killed the witch, you might encounter flying around in a broom. If she catches you, she'll take you to her house, eat you. If you go into the house while she's there, she'll eat you. This should be a scene where there's a sorcerer occasionally. He's not too bad. If he touches you, he just freezes you for a moment. It takes a while until you can go again. Whoops, lake there. Let's see. That's good. Take a nut. You pluck a nice walnut from the tree. Obviously the walnuts you recognise them straight away, didn't you? Look, nut. It seems to be a good solid walnut. So it's open nut, is it? When you open the nut, you discover the nut inside is pure gold. This is also one of the minor treasures that you don't really need, you get extra points for them. That, however, is something, well, not essential, once again. A bowl. There are ways of... Nice thing is there are quite often various solutions to problems, but there's always one that gives you more points than the others. You pick up the ceramic bowl. Look, bowl. You notice a word is on the bottom of the bowl. You can already see it says fill. Read word. The word on the bottom of the bowl says fill. Oh, you got a point for that. Right. Let's go over here then. No, I don't think anything bad happens here. Oh dear. Fall in the water. Okay. Yeah. Hate that place. Oh, this is a good place to be. There should be an elf walking around. I do believe that's here. Come on, Elfie. Okay, the elf is not essential, but once again will give me extra points, I do believe. Plus a magic ring. Should have been here. Ah yes, wandering on the banks of the lake, you see a cute little elf. Hello, cutie. Let's talk. There's no man here. Talk. Elf. Too far away. Stop running away and talk with me. The elf, impressed by your friendliness, gives you a magic ring. Kind person, know that once, only once, this ring will make you invisible, he says, and then disappears. Makes sense, doesn't it? You talk to him and he gives you a ring straight away that's, well, pretty expensive, but anyway. No, we've been here. Right, where are we going? Oh yes, this takes me on to the bank where I find some pebbles, I do believe. If I head to the right. And no, it takes me to the bridge, but that's relevant too. Oh, as you start to cross the bridge, a wretched troll appears. Now, he doesn't do anything, he's just in the way, he doesn't harm you. I could actually bribe him by giving him the golden egg or the walnut, but as said, there are various approaches to some of the problems, and bribing him with gold is not a good solution. I think you might actually lose points for doing that, so that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to head up here. Oh look, there's another bridge. Perhaps I can use this bridge to get to the island. Obviously I don't know yet that it's an island, but I just said that. It's an island, okay? Oh dear, as I approach the bridge, a mean ugly troll appears and refuses to let you cross his bridge. Okay, and once again, it's the same guy, I just can't move past this point. Nothing really happens to me though. So we walk off. Oh, hang on, where's this? I think that's a dangerous spot. Whoops. Don't want to fall into the lake. Yes, there are various hazards. We've seen the wharf, and if he actually touches me, he gets me and eats me. Ah, right, this was not what I was looking for. There's also an ogre who crush you. The witch has gone. There's a sorcerer who freezes you. And there's a dwarf. The dwarf is extremely annoying because if he touches you, he steals one of your treasures. And that means you can actually lose something like the magic mirror that I've already got. It will be gone and I've screwed up the game. There's nothing I can do. Right. Talk to man. Oh, welcome to my humble abode. Let me shake my hands. I'm talking. Okay, we'll talk to his wife. She replies, I'd like to offer you something, but we do not even have food for ourselves. Oh, I'll shake my hands. Weird couple. Right, so what I could do here is I could give them the golden egg or the diamonds that I haven't found yet or the golden walnut, and they say, oh great, thanks, we can buy some food with that. I could give them a carrot, I do believe, which I don't have, but I will have later. But I don't want to do that because I want a carrot for something else. And they say, oh, great, thanks, we can eat one thing. I could also put this... no, actually, I could actually give them the bowl that I picked up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put bowl on table. Puzzled, the couple wonders why you have given them a bowl. I have not. I put my bowl on the table. It is still my bowl. Anyway, I didn't pay attention how many points I got for that. I say, Phil. The couple is amazed and delighted as the bowl miraculously fills with a bubbling stew. As a token of their gratitude, they offer their last earthly possession, the woodcutter's fiddle. Oh, I didn't get any points for that. I thought doing it this way around gives you the most points, because obviously now they know that they can just simply have the bowl fill itself up again until they're so sick of stew that they'll hate me for it. Fiddle, take fiddle. This is what we came for. The polished wood feels like satin. It seems to still vibrate from the last song it played. Great stuff. Got to be careful not to fall into these dirty, great big holes here in the floor. Right. They're happy. I've got the fiddle. And now, actually, I was going to look for that goat, which I sort of no, we'll be there later. Watch out, there is an ogre nearby. He will crush you in his strong arms if he catches you. I do remember the ogre's quite a berk and can't even get past those flowers, so I can Simply leave the scene though, and he's gone. Oh yeah, there he comes again, and he's not going to catch me anyway. I'm too fast. Fast legs, that's me. But that's okay. Take pebbles. This is where we get the pebbles. You grab a handful of pebbles. No problem with them. Okay, right. This is somehow I'm in the wrong place though. But there's a castle up there. Going to be my castle one day, obviously. One day pretty soon. Okay, we're back here, which means the carrot will be up here. Say the carrot, you know, the whole field here, stretching over 2 scenes. You pluck a plump orange carrot from the ground. I do believe if you actually use the carrot, you cannot get a second one. So feeding it to the woodcutter and his wife would have given me the fiddle, but it wouldn't have enabled me to do what I'm about to do now. Just simply move it. Oh no, okay. This scene here contains a fairy godmother. Speaking of which, gentle Sir Graham, I am your fairy godmother. Your quest is indeed noble. My small part to aid you can be no bigger than this magic spell, protective but for a little while. And some annoying music. Okay, so she's put a spell on me that protects me from the sorcerer and the witch, I do believe, that's all. So if I hadn't already defeated the witch, I could have gone into her house now, and she wouldn't have been there. I wouldn't have had to nibble her house to find if she's there. Go in the house, take the cheese, go out again. But, as said, you can also deliberately go in there without the spell so that you can then push her into the oven and get some extra points. The gate is rather heavy, but you managed to open it. Quite a wimpy night. So, carrot to goat. Right. I could do something like feed the carrot to the goat, and then I've lost it. When you tempt the old goat with the carrot, he starts to follow you. No, he's not following me, he's escorting me, but anyway. Right. And go down. Okay, I'm not going to lose the goat if I just wander around here. He actually does stay with me. And pouch. You have to find it first. Look in hole. Some things, if you know where they are, you can just really type in and take them. You can't do that, at least not now. With other things, you've got to look and find them first. Put hand in hole. Don't understand hand. Reach in hole. You can't do these not now. I think I might be standing in the wrong position. Look hole. You see nothing special. I don't want to see anything special. I want a pouch. Look. Log. It's only a rotted log with a pouch in it. It's just a normal tree, but very pretty. No, it's not. It's. Oh, I think actually it could be in the. Oh, move away, you goat. Okay. So look hole. Take pouch. Ah, you notice the pouch feels aged and tattered against the stump. Get points for that. Open pouch. Curiously, you open the pouch and see many sparkling and flashing diamonds. Quickly, you close it again so as not to lose any, because I'm a clumsy twit. Okay, so those are the 3. I think there's only the 3. minor treasures, the golden egg, the golden walnut and the pouch of diamonds. None of them are needed to complete the game. All of them have the function that there are at least 2 people, plus the woodcutter, let's say 3 people you can bribe with them, but it's better to use other approaches. Oh dear, as I approach the bridge, a mean ugly troll appears. He will not let you cross his bridge. It is a well-known fact that goats hate trolls intensely. You should move aside and let the goat take care of this nasty troll. Nope, I'm going to get in the way. The old goat, seeing the troll, the arch enemy of all goats, charges the troll and butts him into oblivion. The bridge is now yours. And off he goes. Bye-bye, and thanks a lot. Well, I didn't actually want to come down here, but... Right, I see a crunchy old gnome pacing around his lean-to. So, talk man. The gnome can't hear you from there. Sorry, I will come closer. Yes, can you hear me now? The old gnome tells you he has something that may be very useful to you. Your task is to guess his name in 3 guesses, and his gift will be yours. Good luck! What is your first guess? Right, now you might have guessed that this is Rumpelstiltskin. And you recall that when we were in the witch's house, we found a note and it said, sometimes it is wise to think backwards, I think it says. And this is a hint that he's not really called Rumpelstiltskin. And you don't just simply type his name backwards. What you've got to do, it's something I never figured out myself, someone else told me this, that you've got to take each letter separately, then its position in the alphabet, and then write that the wrong way around. Obviously I've got them memorised and it's not on a note that I have here. Okay, so that's right, you've guessed it. His name is Ifnkov. Here are some magic beans for your outstanding accomplishment. Okay, the beans are important. You have 3 guesses. If you get it wrong 3 times, then he'll vanish all the same and leave a key. But we don't want the key because the beans are more important. Being careful that you get every one of them. You place the beans in your pocket. Great pocket I've got, by the way. Remember, there's a dirty great big egg in there. There's a mirror that fitted in there, and forgotten what else. I had that large bowl in there for a moment. Okay, you best be careful, young Graham. The mystic protective spell of mine has weakened and departed. Yeah, well, we didn't really need it anyway, but thanks. Okay, I've got the cheese. I've got, oh, clover, yes. Take clover. That one there. The clover is soft, yet you sense a strange strength in it. Okay. Right, clover, cheese, fiddle. Oops, I don't like this place, something happens there. Clover, I think that I actually do have everything I need now. Got to find that place where the bird was, which isn't here. And ask him for a ride. What was this here? Oh, there's a gate. So there's more gate there. Great. Here we are. That's it. Right, now, the bird is one of those who randomly turns up. And if he doesn't turn up, then we just simply leave the scene and come back again. We leave the scene and come back again. We leave the scene and come back again. Whoops, there he is. High up in the sky you see a very large friendly bird. Okay, this is the most annoying part in the game. The bird's too fast for me to run after him. And what I've got to do is when he's underneath me, I've got to jump. So when, come closer, no, and he goes off. When he's, no, at the right place, down here somewhere, if I'm underneath him, I jump and he gives me a ride, and now I'm not going to... But he's too fast to follow, so you've got to wait somewhere and hope that he comes down to where you are, which is going to happen now. Yes! Ah, that went faster than it sometimes goes. Where could this giant bird be taking you? I'd like to point out that he's holding me by the nape of my neck, okay, and my body is absolutely horizontal, okay, so just imagine what powerful stomach muscles I've got, yes? 111 points, by the way. I think we're more than halfway through, only just about half an hour into the game, which is pretty good because I was estimating it might take about 2 or 3 hours to play this. Okay, ouch! He's dropped me, oh dear. And if we have a look, the magic mirror has not been broken. Oh dear, there's a great big hole in the ground there. I don't think I want to fall into that, do I? I've got to be careful not to fall in that hole. Wouldn't want to do that. Wouldn't be nice to fall in that hole. I think I'll go over here, see if there's anything to the west. Oh look, there's my castle. To be, that is. And I think I'll take this mushroom here. Take mushroom. You reach down and pick a fat mushroom. No, I pick the fat mushroom. There's only the one. Right, well, let's see, where else can we go? Over here. I wonder if there's anything to the east. Oh no, I fell down the hole. Oh, ouch. And music again. Oh well, here we are stuck in this cave. Let's go and see where we can go. There's only one direction. And we'll have to go around here. Let's see if there's anything at the other end of the cave, yes? Oh dear, that's a great big rat. Now the rat is one of those guardians that you can bribe by giving him a golden egg and so forth, but instead we will give cheese to rat. It appears you are afraid of the rat. You must get closer to give anything to this rat. If you get too close he eats you. It appears I'm still... Oh come on, I'm close enough. The rat drools at the sight of the cheese and snatches it from your hand. You might want to count your fingers. 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 there. Yep, they're all there. The rat scrambles to the wall and seems to magically merge with it. Ooh. Let's have a look. What could possibly be on the other side of this door? The door slowly opens. The leprechauns revere the power of the four-leaf clover. With it in your possession, they will leave you absolutely alone. If I didn't have the clover with me, I think they'd dance me to death or something like that. I'll just pop down here south and have a look. Oh yes, more leprechauns with annoying music. Now, I do believe I could just simply walk up and take the shield from underneath the throne there of the king. But something strange happens, I think, if I do that. So we're going to come back here. Don't do it in the main hall for some reason, but up here you play the fiddle. Leprechauns love fiddle music! Have you ever seen such fancy dancing? We've lost the fiddle, it stays there, and totally involved in the music, they dance right out of the room. Yes, as have all the others here. After his followers have danced away, the king of the leprechauns realises he can lead best by following, and leaves, forgetting his beautiful sceptre. Oh, look here, king. See the sceptre? Yeah, see it? See it? See it? Yeah, okay. See it? Say goodbye to it? Yeah, it's mine now. Eagerly pick up the sceptre. Yeah, did you see that? I took your sceptre. I'm the king of the leprechauns, and so on. And let's take the shield. You take the magic shield and carefully put it in your pocket. Carefully, okay, so as not to break it. And it fits in your pocket easily. That's huge pockets. If you think that there's something to the south here, that's a dead end there. There's a wall, no other seen there. So let's just simply walk up these stairs. Ah, look, there's the way out. Good, right, fine. Just what we need. Been nice visiting the kingdom of the leprechauns. Taking over, having the sceptre. But now it's time to go home. Oh dear, I appear to be too big. Now I'm not going to bother trying to crawl because it won't work. Instead, I'll do the obvious thing and eat the mushroom. As soon as you swallow the first bite, you have this strange shrinking feeling. It's true, you are now no bigger than a mouse. A yellow mouse. If you bum around too long, you actually get big again and you can't get out, so you don't know what it's time. You feel a stretching sensation. Oh, you're back to your original size. Ta-da! Right, we've already got two treasures. We've got the magic mirror and the shield. The advantage of having the shield is that now, if I walk into the dwarf or the ogre, they can't harm me because of the shield. The shield would not protect you from the sorcerer, the witch, or the dwarf. Okay, and it also doesn't protect you if you fall down from too high a place. I think this is a dwarf place. We don't want to stay here. Okay, now what I'm looking for, oh gosh, right, the witch's hut is around here somewhere. I'm stuck behind this tree. The witch's hut, no, I just came from here, didn't I? Ah, yes, here's the witch's hut. And from the witch's hut, I do believe I go up diagonally northeast, which you can't do, so go like that and like that. Okay, this is not where I wanted to go. Damn. Was it down here? Oh no, that's there. I thought it was. Oh yeah, I think this is the spot. Okay. Now I've got these magic beans, and just to show, it's the walnut. Plant beans. That is not a bad idea, but this is not a very suitable place to plant those beans. Why don't you try it elsewhere? So you can enter any scene. I do believe this is the right place. The beans immediately sprout roots that reach deep into the fertile soil. Leaves unfold themselves to the warm, loving sun. A rumbling is felt, and a mighty beanstalk now stretches into the sky. Right, now this is the one place where I have to save. Okay, and right, because obviously we're going to climb this beanstalk. I think I just walk up to it. No, I actually have to climb stalk. Yes. Okay, and I'm going to do a lot of saving now, because if you just simply go straight up. Oh, okay. I thought I'd actually fall off. Right, save, because you can easily. Okay. With a wrong move, you fall dizzily to the ground, which is not going to happen. So, move a bit, stop. Always stop before you save here, because it's extremely annoying if you save a millisecond before this happens, for instance. So, was a bit more. Looking good. I think we go straight up here. Yay! More beanstalk. Okay, stop, save, move over to the side, and straight. Whoops, no. I don't think I've ever mentioned the magic shield will not protect me from hitting the ground. Oh, blimey. Right, stop there. here then, I suppose. Oops, missed again. And that's final bit here. Oh, seriously? Yay. Okay. Oh, look, you were probably not expecting for me to get all the way up to the clouds. Ah, good. Okay, just automatically step onto the cloud here. So, let's go for a walk in this mysterious country. I wonder what we're going to find here. Oh, there's an actual land there. Sorry, I probably actually hinted at that already. You thought possibly that there were just clouds here. No, there's an actual land here. Who would have expected that? With grass on it, sort of land, you know. Oh, and trees. And I've just remembered I haven't got the sling, which is over here somewhere. No. If you think that there's a nut on the ground there, no, you can't pick it up. Well, you can't pick any of those nuts in the trees either. No, I thought there's... Could be this one here. Let's have a look. Take sling. We'll have to find it before you can get it. So that's probably not it, but it's somewhere here then. Ah, yeah, okay, that's pretty obvious. If you can see that tree on the right. There's a very big hole in it, and someone hid a sling in there. You reach into the hole and pull out the leather sling. Ta-da! Right, now if we head north, we won't find the giant, but we'll find a cave. Yep. Okay. Now, there's a cave here that you can use to go down, and you'll come to a door. I don't think we actually saw the door beforehand when I was walking around. The door is locked, and if you don't get the gnome's name right, he will... Oh dear, help! There's a giant! I'll have to not escape it because I've got a shield. You are fortunate that you have the magic shield, or this giant would cause problems for you. Okay, so if I hadn't guessed the gnome's name correctly, after 3 guesses I would have received a key that would have enabled me to unlock the door. However, halfway up the stairs there's this thieving dwarf who nicks one of your treasures, and even if you haven't got any of the other treasures beforehand, when you come down again you've got the magic chest. That's what the giant's carrying at the moment, okay, and the dwarf steals it, so that is a very bad option. Right, now to defeat the giant I could use the sling and pebbles that I've got to kill him. That would, as I just said, kill him, and I could take the chest, but I get minus points for that, I do believe. It might be possible. Now I think if I throw the dagger at him I actually get told that it gets lost, that I miss him. Something like, oh, how can you miss something so big and the dagger's gone. Alternatively, I've received a ring from a little elf that turns me invisible, which I could use, and then he just simply doesn't see me, and after a while he goes to sleep. Someone told me once that you can hide behind a tree, which I do believe is supposed to be this one here I'm heading towards, but I never found that that worked for me. So what I do is I approach him having the shield until he just simply gets bored and goes to sleep, because, what luck, the huge giant fell fast asleep. Very little to do with luck. Take, what's it, chest. You very carefully you slip the magic chest from the sleeping giant's arms, and it vanishes into that amazing pocket of yours. Yes. Right, so we can leave him. If we actually go back, he's probably awake again. Yeah, walking around without his chest. He never leaves that scene, so he doesn't follow you. Right, and you might have noticed I've got all 3 treasures now, so I'll simply head back to see the king. And time's looking really good. I'm very surprised. I think I said beforehand I was expecting this to take 2 or 3 hours, and I mean I've not played this for way over 10 years, I'd say, something like that. Well, Yeah, I think so. 10 years or more, much more possibly. Right, not that I've managed it yet. I've still got to get down here. Okay, automatically grabs hold of the beanstalk. And first bit's all right. And if you're thinking, well, you know, you can just simply jump down here. Yes, I'll jump to my death though. So, ooh, close. And stop. This one. That looks like a nice straight piece. Please, please, please. Yippee. Almost there. This is a bit tricky. Yes. Yeah. But this is the last stretch. That's wrong. Okay, almost done. Hooray! Oh no! Ouch. Falling that little bit doesn't damage me or anything. That's not the castle in the background, that is actually the mountain. So now what I'll do is if I go south, because we can walk around the world as it were, either by going south or east or any direction all the time. I think this is quicker to get to the mountain here. Okay, so this is the mountain. If I had the key I could unlock that door, but as said that's not a good option because the dwarf is going to steal something and you cannot complete the game. Right, and here's the tree that you might recognise from earlier on. We climbed up and walked on the branch. This is directly north of the castle. And here we are. Open door. The huge doors swing open slowly. Okay, go along the red carpet again. Feeling very excited. Here, King, I got everything. There's actually no need to receive the quest at the beginning. I could have skipped that, just walked off and got the 3 treasures, but I always feel, you know, since we're on the King's quest, it's the proper thing to do. So, we will bow to the King, drop our hat again. When you bow to King Edward, his pleased smile warms you. Right, talk. Oh. You move aside as the king steps from his throne. I don't have to talk to him, I just bow. As you approach the throne, the king himself rises to commend you on a job well done. I've got no idea what he's doing here, it looks strange. Oh, oh, the king proclaims in pain. Plonk. From the seemingly lifeless king you hear these words. Well done, Sir Graham. You have been a good and faithful servant. Your reward is well deserved. My kingdom is now yours. And he dies. With those words, King Edward the Benevolent dies. Yeah, there's absolutely no one here to witness this, but now everybody knows I'm the king. The experiences of your quest will be invaluable to you as you begin your reign as King of Daventry. My experiences: shoving a helpless, defenceless old woman into an oven. What else did I do? Steal a scepter. Thanks for playing King's Quest. Yes. Okay, so right, 157 points of 158 possible. So I've missed out something somewhere. I can't think right what it is. Could be, for instance, the ceramic bowl, if I didn't actually look or read something often enough, because you take various steps to get that, or opening the pouch. I think I looked at the pouch and saw the diamonds in there. I don't know what it is. I missed out something. It's just 1 point, which isn't bad at all, actually. I said I've not played this in years, and also went much quicker than I thought. Less than an hour. That's pretty good. So that's King's Quest, a walkthrough, how it goes. I might actually do a walkthrough for King's Quest 2. However, so far I've only ever played King's Quest 2 twice in my life, whereas King's Quest, I don't know how often I've done this, just for the fun of it. Because what I really like about this game, I like the Sierra games altogether, but this one in particular, you've got your 3 things you've got to get. There is no order in which you have to do them. I've just remembered I got the magic ring off the elf, and I think I could have done something with that to get that extra point. There are so many things that you can collect that can be used but don't have to be used, and there are various things where you have different options. So for instance, the woodcutter and his wife, I can give them some gold, or I can give them the carrot, or I can give the bowl as I did. That's the way to help them, the best way to help them. To get rid of the troll, I can use the goat as I did, or I could just simply give him the golden egg or the diamonds and he disappears. The rat, I can give him the cheese, or I could have given him the golden egg or diamonds and he would have gone. But instead of all that, I took what is considered to be the better solution. The same with the giant. I could have killed him with the sling that I had. I did have the pebbles, I hope, but I didn't, so I got more points that way. Right, another thing I might do is possibly put up a video of how to die in King's Quest, since you didn't actually see me die today. But then, of course, I'm not supposed to die. I am to become the King of Daventry, which has happened. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if at any point in the game you were actually stuck, I hope that I actually showed you how to do it. The one thing that is really difficult is guessing the gnome's name. As I said, it's Rumpelstiltskin, and as you saw me type, it's IFNKOVHGROGHPRM, which I can't remember. I've got it on a note here, obviously. And I never figured that one out myself, because the note in the witch's hut that you're supposed to think backwards isn't really a good hint, but that's what it's supposed to be. So thanks for joining me, and perhaps you might see King's Quest 2 or 3 or 4 coming up soon. Bye.